Yes. I just like to say one thing to the folks that are here. My name is Tom Dye. I'm an archaeological consultant. I've been working in Hawaii as an archaeologist since 1968. And I'm hired by Haseko. I'm Haseko's archaeologist. Michael's brought up what to me is a very serious charge. That a burial was found in an underground cave on the property here, and that information is being covered up. This to me, a very serious charge, not only because it's against the law, but to me that would be a profoundly immoral thing to do. I want everybody here to know that in my time working with Haseko, last 5 or 6 years now, I've had no knowledge that this has occurred, and if it had occurred, it would have been a public matter according to the law. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, I think we should conclude. It's 12 o'clock. Auntie Mary is kind of fading away under the sun.
Greg, can you help explain about the permitting process? Because there seems to be some confusion about that.
I guess for city wastewater branch, they're not going to sign off on plans if they're going to be dedicated to sewer line or whatever sewer facility. So usually if it's in a public street or if it's in a sewer easement to be owned by the city, it's their sewer line, so they'll sign off on it. In this particular case, it's private property, and so a sewer line running through it is considered more like a plumbing work that we would get from a different branch in the city, not from the wastewater division, because that's not going to be actually their sewer line. Eventually, when the land gets turned over to Parks and Rec at that time could have wastewater branch take over their system, or they could keep it as their own system. It could go either way, but at this time, the reason why in the process that wastewater didn't sign off on it was because it was considered more like a on-site plumbing work in private property rather than a city-owned dedicable sewer line.
And this is one giant plumbing project. I mean, it spans here, it goes 10 feet under. We're talking about an 18-inch line. This is not your backyard stuff, folks. This matters. This really matters. And although what I said, he just verified what I said is true. So if this was a city-owned property, wastewater would be right there signing off. It isn't. That is the point. A plus B equals C. You know better. Now you know what to ask and to look forward to.
Yeah, I just want to, I guess, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce, I'm Greg Yakamoto with RMTEL. We're civil engineers for Haseko. But the plans, although wastewater didn't sign off on it, wastewater falls under the Site Development Division of DPP, Department of Planning and Permitting, so they take the lead. And so DPP did sign off on it under the Site Development Division. They routed it through the various branches, including wastewater branch. So this is how the approvals came back.
So there was review?
There was review.
But in that sense of the word, clearly academic, not in the normal process, which he just said, this is a backyard sewage plumbing treatment, and it ain't. That's the process. No matter how they want to shuffle the little balls around under the cup, this isn't a backyard situation next to Iwi Kupuna and Judge Hifu's order for protect the cultural practice. Way different, light years. So let's get it in the real world, folks. This is not a backyard. Your plumbing is, oh God, this is humongous. And what is at risk? Article 12, Section 7. If you can't see that, you'll never see that.
I just add one other thing. After the Iwi Kupuna was found in 2001, I think Kai at the time was working for SHPDL in the burials program, and they actually asked us to do some additional testing to make sure that there were not any other burials in that area. They were concerned about that. Now we did go through that exercise to make sure the testing was done. And I think Kai, you had some oversight of that test design is what I was told.
Yeah, at the time we believed the barrels were in the sand deposits because of all the barrels that had eroded, had come out of the beach, like that kupuna. But then subsequent to that we learned about the karst system. So that's why our concern now is that Paul Rosenthal's testing program wasn't designed to look for a karst system. It was designed to trench and beach deposits. So it might have been sufficient at that time, but we have some other concerns now.
Well, because of that, though, excuse me, to make sure that things are done appropriately, we actually have Kim Kalama out here every day watching anything that disturbs the ground to make sure that if something is found, that it is handled appropriately, because we don't know.
No, we
that is a
appreciate
commitment that we have made to make sure things are done right, and she is out here.